A native of Fargo, North Dakota, Mr. Keating has an extensive academic background with a bachelor's degree in biotechnology and a master's degree in microbiology and immunology. I haven't looked it up personally, but I believe those are real degrees. In 2013, Mr. Keating joined the staff at St. Peter High School, where he now teaches biology and chemistry and serves as a middle school golf coach as well as the head coach of the varsity boys basketball team. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sean Keating.
I think that proves you can teach anybody a high vocabulary. Class of 2016, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. I can't help but smile standing before these graduates, knowing that today I get to lecture you one last time. There's some satisfaction in knowing you'll be on your best behavior, knowing the quicker I go, the faster you get your diplomas. These past few weeks since I knew I would be speaking today were quite nerve-wracking, and at times my speech was just shambles. But just a few weeks ago, my wife had to go out of town on work, and I was left at home for the first time with our twin 7-month-old boys. Every dad's worst nightmare. Not even my mom would come save me. I'm proud to say, minus a few diaper blowouts and having clothes that didn't match when they went to daycare, it was a success. So the thought of giving a graduation speech to a bunch of high school seniors who made fun of my hairline and caused my doctor to up my blood pressure medication doesn't seem that daunting. When I was your age, I recall the journey many of you are about to embark on. The question, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? It's the normal conversation starter for any adult talking to an 18-year-old. And I know that question can get asked so often, it becomes annoying. Maybe it even makes you salty. But it's kind of a big deal deciding what to do with the rest of your life. But I'd like you to pause for a moment and remember, it's your life. No one else controls your future but you. So I want to share with you one little story that I hope will be something you can reflect upon and use as a guide in the upcoming years. Upon graduation from graduate school, I packed up a U-Haul and drove to Minneapolis. I had no real plan other than to look for a job. The first job I interviewed for was a small startup biotech company, and I was offered the job and accepted. I was doing genetic engineering, presenting data to renowned PhD scientists. The money was good, the challenge was intimidating, and the hope was we'd get bought out by a multi-corporate corporation, cash out a few million, you know the dollar bills, yo. And 15 months later, we were asked to pack up our belongings. Our company was out of money. We were all fired. As I drove home and I thought about what had just happened, I started to realize that this was the best thing to ever happen to me. Yes, sometimes failure is a good thing. If I hadn't gotten fired, I probably would have kept on going in that career, maybe for the rest of my life. And yes, it had a fancy job title and lots of dollar bills, but I didn't love what I did every day. Failure causes people to go one of two directions. They either get defensive and deem themselves not worthy, which we know is a fixed mindset, or they view it as an opportunity to grow, show grit, and keep at it, which of course is a growth mindset. I viewed it as the latter, and it provided the perfect opportunity for me to have a clean slate and go attack my dreams. I had been judging my success by what other people thought. Looking back now, I realize why I thought that. I thought things that weren't even true, but I convinced myself that they were. I fell into the trap of believing the world's definition of success, that your career was all about money, respect, material items. I knew in my heart of hearts, a career in teaching and coaching was for me, but I didn't have the courage to go after it. I thought it maybe wouldn't be important enough. It wouldn't have the paycheck. Well, I know it doesn't have the paycheck. But now I look back at that younger version of myself and realize how foolish he was. I lacked courage. Listen to your heart, people. It somehow already knows where you should go. Upon getting fired, I was offered other jobs in the biotech industry over the next 3 years, and I never returned those phone calls because I was too busy living out my life. I pursued my high school teaching license on the weekends, I taught biochem at a local community college, and I started coaching high school boys basketball. I was enamored, I was hooked, I was addicted. I took a severe pay cut, I blew through my savings, and my friends questioned what I was doing with my life. But for the first time, I had an answer, and I believed in what I was doing. I told them I was simply chasing my dreams. Near the end of those 2 years, I met my wife, Mindy, who is here tonight, started teaching and coaching at New Prague, and a few years later got a job in this amazing community. And while my passion for the subjects of chemistry and biology and the sport of basketball make the job not even feel like work, it's the relationships with all of you that make this a real joy. And of course, roasting many of you is a perk too. And 7 months ago, we got to introduce our twin boys, Paxton and Jackson, who we call the X-Men. All of it would be impossible if I didn't listen to my heart. You are the only person who truly knows what is right for you, and you have to listen to yourself. The values your parents, teachers, coaches, and everyone else who has helped you along the way has prepared you for this moment, to go out into this life and to live a life that is authentic to you. Now, all you need is to have the courage to chase your dreams with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Class of 2016, it has been an honor to watch you grow. And it is my hope that when the world calls, offering you to accept their version of success, you listen to your heart and you don't return the phone call. Thank you.